This article lists dukes, electors, and kings ruling over different territories named Saxony from the beginning of the Saxon Duchy in the 9th century to the end of the Saxon Kingdom. In 1918, Counts Palatine of Saxony. See Counts Palatine of Saxony. In the 10th century, the Emperor Otto I created the County Palatine of Saxony in the Saale-Unstrut area of southern Saxony. The honor was initially held by Count of Hesse, then from the early 11th century by the Counts of Gozik, later by the Counts of Sommerschenberg, and still later by the Landgraves of Thuringia. Dukes of Saxony. The original Duchy of Saxony comprised lands of the Saxon people in the northwestern part of present-day Germany, namely, the contemporary German state of Lower Saxony as well as Westphalia and Western Saxony-Anhalt, not corresponding to the modern German state of Saxony. Early dukes had Ugato, Berthold, Theodoric, Widukind, Abo, Hatnard dynasty, Banzerlibs, Ottonian dynasty, Belung dynasty, Supplenberg dynasty, Welf dynasty, Ascanian dynasty, Welf dynasty. With the final removal of the Welfs in 1180, the Duchy of Saxony was sharply reduced in territory. Westphalia fell to the Archbishop of Cologne, while the duchies of Brunswick and Lüneburg remained with the Welfs. The Ascanian dukes had a base further east, near the Elbe, resulting in the name Saxony moving towards the east. The post-carve-up Saxony is therefore sometimes called the Younger Duchy of Saxony. Also, the counting of its dukes is discontinued, while the first post-carve-up duke is competingly counted as Bernard III, because of two predecessors of the same name before 1180, or as Bernard I, with his great-great-great-great-grandson Bernard II being counted second. The second post-carve-up Duke Albert I is already usually counted as the first, although before 1180 he had one predecessor of the same name, being even his grandfather Albert the Bear. Ascanian, a younger Duchy of Saxony. The new dukes replaced the Saxon horse emblem added by a Bendmeiskranzlein, symbolizing the Saxon ducal crown. His new coat of arms of Saxony. The Ascanian dynasty continued in Saxe-Lauenburg until 1689, but after the Lauenburgisch line had finally lost the Saxon electorate to the Wittenberg line in 1356 and failed to obtain the succession in the electorate after 1422. Recognition of the Dukes of Saxe-Lauenburg as Dukes of Saxony waned. Dukes of Saxe-Wittenberg for the predecessor. See the section Ascanian, a younger Duchy of Saxony above in this article. Wettin Dukes of Saxony. Albertine Dukes of Saxony. The Albertines were a junior branch of the Wettin dynasty of Electors of Saxony, who ruled in northern Thuringia and southern Meissen until they replaced the senior Ernestine branch as electors and rulers of most Saxon territory in 1547. Ernestine Dukes of Saxony following the displacement by the Albertines. The Ernestine branch of the Wettins continued to rule in southern Thuringia as Dukes of Saxony, but the lands eventually split up into many different tiny Ernestine duchies. Of these, Saxe-Weimar-Eisenach, Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, Saxe-Meiningen, and Saxe-Altenburg lasted until 1918. This article does not list the subsequent Ernestine dukes. Electors of Saxony. The Golden Bull of 1356 confirmed the right to participate in the election of a Holy Roman Emperor to the Duke of Saxony in the Saxe-Wittenberg line. For the predecessor, see the section Ascanian Dukes of Saxe-Wittenberg above in this article. Kings of Saxony. The Holy Roman Empire came to an end in 1806. The Elector of Saxony, allied to Napoleon I, anticipated its dissolution by becoming the ruler of an independent kingdom of Saxony in 1806. Heads of the House of Wettin since 1918. The legal line of succession of the House of Wettin has continued to the present, although the house no longer plays any political role. For later rulers, see List of ministers. President of Saxony. King Frederick Augustus III, 1918–1932. Margrave Friedrich Christian, 1932–1968. Margrave Maria Emanuel, 1968–2012. Margrave Albert, 2012. Margrave Alexander, since 2012. Margrave Rudiger, since 2012.